you are exhausted, and you cannot explain why. It's not the tiredness that comes from a long day or a hard week or a season of overwork. This is something deeper. A bone level, soul level, all the way down exhaustion that sleep does not fix. You wake up tired, you go through the day tired, you lie down at night, and the tiredness is still there, waiting for you. And the people around you, they don't understand. From the outside, your life doesn't look exhausting. You aren't doing more than anyone else. You aren't carrying more than most people carry. And yet, you are more exhausted than anyone around you seems to be. You've been wondering, what is wrong with me? Why am I this tired? Why can't I just feel normal? Stay with me for the next few minutes, because nothing is wrong with you. And the exhaustion that has been following you without explanation has a very specific spiritual meaning, one that is going to change how you see everything you have been feeling. You see, there are two kinds of exhaustion. The first kind makes sense. You work too hard, rest and sleep fix it. The second kind, it doesn't make sense. You rested, you slept, you reduced the load, and the exhaustion is still there, unchanged, persisting despite every reasonable effort. This is the unexplained kind, the kind documented across spiritual traditions for thousands of years. The mystics wrote about it, the contemplatives described it, and for them, it wasn't a symptom of something going wrong. It was a sign of something going profoundly right. Understanding what is actually happening beneath the surface is the first step toward moving through it with grace. Let me tell you exactly what is happening. Your system is undergoing a fundamental rewiring. Think about what happens when a building is being rewired for electricity. The power has to go off. The walls have to be opened. The old wiring has to be removed and replaced with something capable of carrying a higher current. During that process, the building cannot function at full capacity. It is not broken. It is being upgraded. Your exhaustion is the energetic cost of your upgrade. Your belief system is being rewired. Your identity is being rewired. Your relationship with God, with yourself, and with what actually matters is being fundamentally restructured to carry a higher level of awareness, purpose, and impact. And that restructuring is expensive. It costs energy, enormous amounts of it. Energy that your body and mind are diverting from the ordinary functions of daily life into the extraordinary work of transformation. Your soul is processing at a level your conscious mind cannot track. Most of the work of transformation happens below the surface. You aren't aware of it, but your soul is working constantly, processing old wounds, releasing old patterns, dismantling belief systems that no longer serve who you are becoming. This processing is happening even when you are doing nothing, even when you are resting, even when you are asleep. It is consuming energy that your conscious mind does not know is being spent. The exhaustion you feel is the surface signal of this deep, invisible processing. And the work it is doing is the most important work of your life. The specific kind of exhaustion does not happen randomly. It happens during specific spiritual seasons. And I want to identify them clearly so you can recognize which one you are in. Season 1, the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul is perhaps the most well-documented cause of spiritual exhaustion. It is the season where everything that felt certain becomes uncertain, where the spiritual framework you relied on is being dismantled and rebuilt on a deeper foundation, where God feels absent, even though he has never been more present. And the exhaustion of the dark night is unique. It is not just physical fatigue. It is the exhaustion of holding on when the thing you are holding on to feels invisible. Maintaining faith when faith has no feeling left in it. That kind of holding on is the most energetically expensive thing a human being can do. Season 2, the awakening. Spiritual awakening, the process of waking up to a deeper reality than the one you have been living in, is one of the most demanding experiences available, because it requires your entire system to shift, not just your beliefs, but your entire way of perceiving and relating to reality. That shift takes time, it takes energy, and the exhaustion of awakening is often the first sign that the awakening is real. Because the things that do not cost anything are usually not changing anything. Season 3. The in-between. The season where the old life has ended and the new one has not yet begun. Where you are no longer who you were, but have not yet fully become who you are going to be. This season is perhaps the most exhausting of all, because you are carrying the weight of the ending and the beginning simultaneously. Grieving what was, waiting for what is coming, living in the gap. That gap is heavy, and the exhaustion of carrying it is real. But here is what I need you to stay with me for, because this next part is the one that changes everything. The exhaustion is not just a symptom, it is a message, and the message has several layers. The first layer of the message is, slow down. Your system is doing work that requires resources, and it is asking you, through the exhaustion, to stop spending those resources on things that are not essential right now. The social obligations that drain you, the performances that cost energy you do not have. The exhaustion is asking you to simplify, to protect your energy fiercely, to give your system the resources it needs to complete the transformation it is in the middle of. The second layer of the message is, trust the process. The exhaustion is a sign that something real is happening. Real transformation is expensive, and the cost, showing up as bone-deep, inexplicable exhaustion, is evidence that the process is working. Not evidence that something is wrong, evidence that something is right. The exhaustion is telling you that the transformation is real, and real transformation is always worth the cost. The third layer of the message is, you are almost through. This is the one I most want you to hear. The deepest exhaustion in any transformation comes right at the end of it, not at the beginning, not in the middle, at the end. When the transformation is almost complete, when the rewiring is almost finished, the exhaustion intensifies right before the breakthrough, like the final push of labor before the birth. If the exhaustion you are feeling right now is deeper than anything you have felt before, that is not a sign that the process is failing. That is a sign that it is almost complete. Hold on. You cannot rush through this exhaustion, but you can move through it with more grace than you have been. Here's how. First, stop fighting the exhaustion. The more you resist it, the more you push against it, judge yourself for it, try to force yourself past it, the more energy you spend. Stop fighting it. Acknowledge it. Honor it. Give it the respect it deserves as the signal of real and important work being done. This does not mean giving up. It means working with your system instead of against it. Second, rest without guilt. Rest is not laziness during a season of transformation. Rest is cooperation with the process. When you rest, truly rest, without the guilt and the productivity metrics and the sense that you should be doing more, you are giving your system the resources it needs to complete the work it is doing. Sleep when you need to sleep. Be still when you need to be still. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. Third, nourish yourself intentionally. During the exhaustion of transformation, your system needs specific kinds of nourishment. Not just food, but soul nourishment, time in nature, honest prayer, music that moves something real in you, stillness that allows the deep processing to complete. Identify what nourishes you at the soul level and prioritize it fiercely during this season. Fourth, trust that the energy will return. The exhaustion is not permanent, it is seasonal, specific to this specific season of transformation. And when the transformation is complete, when the rewiring is finished, and the new version of you has fully emerged, the energy that was diverted will return. Not just return, it will return amplified, available for the assignment that the transformation was preparing you for. The exhaustion is temporary. What it is building is permanent. Trust that. You are exhausted because something real is happening to you. Your system is being rewired at the deepest level. Your soul is doing work that your conscious mind cannot track. Your transformation is in its most intensive and most costly phase. Rest, chosen one. Not because you are giving up, but because you are cooperating with the most important process of your life. And when it is complete, when the new version of you steps fully into the light, the energy that returns will be unlike anything you have felt before. Rest now. The assignment is coming, and it is going to need everything you are becoming. If this explained the exhaustion you have been carrying without understanding, please share it with someone who needs to know their tiredness has a spiritual meaning. Subscribe to Sacred Chosen Journey for weekly messages made specifically for you. And drop a prayer in the comments if you have been exhausted in a way that sleep does not fix. Let us know you're choosing to rest and trust.